morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to talk about 5 ways that people will try to gauge how safe you are for them to disclose a mental health issue to. Because we know that because of the stigma around mental illness and mental health, that many people will experience and endure mental illnesses and their mental health struggles alone because they don't feel safe disclosing to the people around them, to the people in their circle, to the people who are supposed to be even in their support network. But sometimes what they will do is try to gauge who is safe, who they can disclose to. And that's why today we want to talk about 5 things that people may do to try to gauge how safe you are to disclose to. But before I get into it, I want to take a quick moment and say, if you are subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of this amazing world of ours. If you are not yet subscribed, please take a moment and click the subscribe button below so that you can become a part of this world of awesomeness that we have. And remember to tick the bell so that you are notified when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, there's also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you all your different options of places where you can get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay, so the first thing that is asking for a friend. It's not just a social media hashtag. It's not just this thing that we joke about when we're being sarcastic. It's an actual tool. It's an actual method that some people will use to just try to figure out where they stand with a person or with certain people in their lives. So they may try to ask a question or maybe say, hey, have you heard that someone is this person is going through such and such? Or have you heard that so-and-so had, they say so-and-so has bipolar disorder, or they'll mention things relating to people other than themselves to see what your reaction is, what your response to that is. And based on how you respond, they can kind of gauge sometimes, oh, okay, maybe this person is a safe enough person for me to share with, or maybe they're not a person to share with. So be mindful of your response when they start talking about other people's issue, especially if it's somebody who's not all in everybody else's business and you suddenly realize this person's talking about, hey, have you heard about this person's illness, or have you heard about this person's struggle? So just be mindful of that so that you are responding accordingly. To joking about it or making light of mental health related conditions. And especially if it's not that type of person who jokes about important things like that. The idea with the jokes is to gauge where you are. Or do you think these things are funny? Do you think calling someone saying that calling someone crazy? Yeah, that's a thing because you know that they're experiencing a mental health issue, or calling someone's bad behavior by a mental health condition that because you know the name of it. I know bipolar is one of the most often used to describe all sorts of situations, all sorts of things that are unacceptable behaviors. So we need to be very careful with how we respond, how we engage with these jokes, because if they're telling you a joke or if they're joking about something, to see if you will bite, to see if you are one of those people and you end up responding and you show that, yeah, you are the type of person who laughs and jokes about people who have mental health issues, then it would probably make the person feel like, maybe not you. 3, criticizing or condemning strongly. A lot of times, people will try to mimic the societal approaches or the societal methods or what they believe society finds acceptable, or at least in an environment they find acceptable. So if let's say they know that a person is experiencing depression or maybe they know that a person is going to therapy, so they, instead of saying, oh yeah, I've heard about this person going to therapy and this is what I think of it, they might come out and like, yeah, she's going to therapy. Why is she going to therapy? I mean, can't she handle her own? Like, they will criticize the person or they will condemn the person, tell you all the negative reasons why this person should not be going to therapy. Why are they doing this? Why do they even have this mental health condition that's sending them to therapy? Why are they? So when the person starts criticizing, especially that strong, because we do tend to do that a lot when we tend to condemn and strongly vilify even those things about other people that kind of apply to us too. But because if I'm condemning it, you won't think that this is pertaining to me because I have such strong feelings against it. But sometimes they do that as a way of seeing, hey, okay, if you join in with the condemnation, then that tells them, oh, okay, that's how you feel. That's what you're thinking. So you're one of those people who will condemn who will condemn somebody going to therapy, who will condemn somebody seeking assistance, or who will criticize someone for needing help in a particular area of their lives. But if instead of condemning them, you respond, instead of joining them in condemning the person, you respond in a different or a more positive manner, acknowledging that, yes, mental health is a real thing. Mental health is part of health, where you show a supportive, more compassionate response, then it might give the person the idea that, yeah, maybe you're kind of a safe person to talk to. For sometimes they may directly ask your thoughts. Hey, what do you think about therapy? Hey, what do you think about this particular disorder? Hey, what they may ask how you feel about it. They just may ask, making it as part of a general conversation, making regular conversation, and then to see what your response is going to be. The goal is always to see, okay, what is your response? What do you say? What do you think? And based on your response, they will gauge, okay, whether or not they feel that they can share with you. So if you see someone is asking, answer honestly, answer compassionately, answer caringly. Don't just dismiss the response. Don't joke about it. Don't make light of it. Just give them your true self and let them take that where they need to. 4, sharing random information about especially when they get specific to a particular condition. Hey, did you know that 1 in 10 people in the U.S. experience depression in the course of a year? Yeah, I didn't know that. Or did you know this, that, and the other about bipolar disorder? Hey, have you heard this information that recently came out on what do you call it? Schizophrenia, whatever the condition is that the person may want to share or want to know where you stand about. They will start sharing random facts and just kind of putting the conversation out there to see what your response is. The goal of all these methods is to see, hey, what is your response? Are you a person who thinks that, hey, mental health is a part of health? Are you a person who thinks that it is okay for a person to experience a mental illness and seek assistance for a mental illness? Or are you a person who thinks that, hey, you better not go there, you better not get mental health, any type of mental health services? So when a person comes to you, just make sure that you're compassionate and that you're receptive and being a safe place for them to share whatever it is that they may want to share, because statistically, people do better when they have the support of loved one, when they have a support network. So it's all really important that we're being that safe place that people can get the help that they can get the support that they need, so they can get the help that they need. Okay, let's do a quick recap. 1, asking for a friend. Yes, it's a way to distance yourself, and they may bring random people that you know or random people that you don't know, but the goal is to see what your reaction is. 2, joking about it or making light of a particular situation. Yes, that sometimes a lot of people do that because they're insensitive, but a lot of times a joke, the making light of the situation is their way of kind of seeing, okay, what is the response? Does everybody else think this is a joke? 3, criticizing or strongly condemning someone for getting mental health services or needing mental health services, because they want to know, hey, do you think that it's okay for people to get help, or are you going to condemn me or criticize me if I go get it? Because if you start joining them in the condemning and the criticizing, that's kind of what you're saying. 4, directly asking your thoughts, directly asking, hey, what do you think about mental health services? What do you think about a specific mental illness? What do you think about however they want to approach it, whatever they want to share with you? They may ask your thoughts about it to see that, hey, do you have a positive outlook or a positive view on it? Or are you going to think that, hey, something's wrong with them if they experience this particular condition? And finally, they start sharing random facts about it, especially about a specific mental health condition or a specific mental illness, because they want to know, hey, what do you think? What do you think of people who have these types of issues? And just kind of sharing the fact, normalizing the particular condition so that you can realize, hey, maybe it's not just you when they actually do share with you. That's about it. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.